last time on the build. I'm going to just loosen up the rocker arms. To tear into the engine. Is it a small drive though? No, that's 3. So that's might need a little extension to go with it. This is our exhaust manifold. Taking it off, it's basically a factory exhaust manifold. They're cast iron. They weigh a ton. We're going to be replacing them with tubular headers. Gives a little. It's a lighter weight and gives you more horsepower. Somebody might. eBay material. See the silicone back here? A lot of people, there's a gasket that goes there. A lot of people, I do the same thing, but put a big thick bead of silicone and it works better. And
that's what I did.
Yeah, it actually works better. Yeah, all the way up. Lift up, right on your side. There we go. Up and off of there. Cylinders, heads, they were honed. Gasket matched. That's done. I mean, factory, a lot of times they're literally over to here. So these have been sanded. Cool. Let's loosen each one of these up to the point where you can lift it and kind of turn it to the side and pull the push rods out. That's all right. Well, these are our push rods, and they're hollow on the inside, and it allows oil to travel through them and down to the lifters. So we're going to get all these out of here, get the lifters out, like the cylinder heads off. Everything looks actually pretty good. We know we got a leak on the bottom end of the motor, but so far on the top end, everything's looking pretty good. Okay, we got the intake manifold off, and now we can see down in there. We've got our camshaft that I don't see any lobes rounded out, and then all the lifters that are in there, they're not mushroomed or got a divot in the middle or anything like that. So the cam didn't get wiped out, so we don't have an oiling issue. We just need to check the lower end and see how the rings are doing and things like that. So we are going to replace the cam and lifters, and then we're going to pull the heads off, and we're going to get down to the piston and rings and just see if we have good compression, how old they are, look for scoring on the cylinder walls. But so far so good, other than the leak down test, which is showing that it's a little subpar. So we need to find out what the true issue is. I took one. I usually like to go back and forth, that way you avoid any warpage. Then we know it's right. Okay, we're getting ready to pull the cylinder heads off. We got all the bolts out. That way we can check the valves, see how good they look, and the cylinders and cylinder walls. Put it off. There we go. It's a little bit heavy. There's cross hatching in there. That's from when it's honed. Not a big lip at the top for a ring lip. So I think what it is, it's just dry. We've got some scoring, up and down scoring going on, and since I can feel it pretty well, we're definitely going to have to, at minimum, hone it and put a new set of rings in. Well, you saw the scoring on the cylinder walls, so we've got to deal with that. And the only way really to deal with it is a new set of rings and probably bore it another 10,000th over, if that will take care of the scoring. We've got carbon buildup on the pistons, but that's normal. I don't see anything devastating that would keep us from still using this engine. 30 thousandths, you can go up to 60 thousandths on this. So yeah, plenty of room. So usually 30 thousandths is the first thing you do over stock anyway. And if it's just got small grooves, I'll have to have the machine shop Mike and tell me what they can do, and then order the piston and ring kit to go with how they do the engine. So I'll have to wait and see there, but we will disassemble the motor. get the crank out, but I want to check the rod bearings. Because if you can, I've seen engines where you can take the rod and move it like this, that's bad. So my opinion is, since we're gutting it completely, let's get a new set of bearings all the way around, the main bearings, rod bearings, cam bearings, and then the engine will be brand new. Next time on the build, we'll be tearing into the engine a little bit further.